Hello, my loves. Hello, hello, hello. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, my loves. I wanted to do a beautiful live talking all about our sovereign identity. I even wrote some notes to my left to make sure that I talk about all the things because it's very important to me. Hello, my loves. Hello, beautiful souls. Hello, Queen. Hello, my loves. One, I am really honored to be here. That's so giddy. I'm really honored to be here. I'm really honored to share this beautiful time with you. And if you came to watch this live or you're watching the replay, please know that it's here for a reason and you're meant to hear something in this transmission. So I honor you for hearing that call because, there are some people that will ignore that fact. Um, and sometimes messages will come to us in many different ways. And the more that we pay attention to what we're called to, the more that we'll receive that next genuine level and connectivity to our sovereign higher self. So, what we're going to talk about today, and I wrote a question down that I just felt was so powerful. And the question was, what does your sovereign identity have to offer you in this lifetime? And obviously, I've been co creating with, sovereign energy for a very long time. So I definitely know um, the abundance and the blessings that creating with a sovereign, unique identity has. So I want to tap into that question today. And then I want you to know that this is a beautiful Arcturian channel message. So very Arcturian energy coming through, not yet. And then we're going to be talking about accessing your sovereign truth, speaking to your sovereign self and your sovereign timelines, as well as becoming your truest sovereign self through expansion. So those are some of the things that we'll be chit-chatting about today. So I'm happy you're here. Hello. Those are some of the things that we'll be chit-chatting about today. And if you have any questions, or let me know in the comments, drop a 1 if you've already kind of started playing with your sovereign identity, and drop a 2 if you haven't really even gone there. Even if you're watching the replay, still be interactive because I just feel like it's a little bit more fun when you're interactive. So, yeah, if you've already kind of tapped into your sovereign aspect of yourself, drop a 1. And if you haven't really tuned into the sovereign aspect of yourself, drop a 2. And we're going to talk about the difference between, being sovereign and not being sovereign. Hello, my loves. Hello. Also, if for some reason your name is not your, real given name, let me know in the chats what your names are so that I can also refer to you if you ask me a question or if something comes up for you, or I just get to know you as I do these beautiful lives. So, the difference between sovereign co creation and unsovereign co creation is sovereign co creation, you're creating with your unified self. Your unified self is infinite, it's rich, it's wealthy, it's your soul contracts that you came into, co-create with, right? Hello, my loves, welcome. And then on the other side of not creating with your sovereign self, you're co-creating more with the collective energy, the matrix energy, depending on what earthly plane you're accessing, right? So, when you're co-creating with the collective energy, if you obviously live in America, you know what we just had. We just had our big elections, right? So there's a whole lot of collective energy that's just, rapid and wild. But I don't feel any of it. I don't feel any of it because I don't co-create in the collective grids. I co-create in my sovereign grids. And for some reason, if, even as I'm doing this, and throughout my years that I've become a quantum healer, um, I've, when I started co creating with the collective energy. But then I removed myself from the collective and I started creating from my sovereign energy. And the more that I started creating with my sovereign energy, what I noticed was it was actually easier for me to deliver transmissions because, when you're working with a collective group, And this is what I do in my groups. If I have group programs, this is what I do when I have my live events. I create sovereign grids for everyone. And hello, my love. When you are still having a collective experience, but in your sovereign grid, you don't get affected, right? So, say if you're in a family setting and your family, a lot of your maybe there's people in your family that are fighting and arguing, and it's the holiday season coming up. Let's be real, right? And you're creating in that collective grid, and all of a sudden you're feeling some type of way. But then on the other hand, you go to your family's party, you're in your sovereign grid, their aunts and uncles arguing, and you're not even phased because you're in your own energy. And when you're so deeply in your own energy, you know you just get to be you. And the benefits of this is, especially in our collective consciousness, money is a big thing, right? There are more people struggling than more people that are rich and wealthy. This is very correct. So obviously, if you're tapped into that grid, then you're gonna feel the different pulls. You're gonna feel the different thoughts about money, and I shouldn't have this much because I'm taking it away from other people. And you kind of go into this moiter, and you just go, no, I don't want the money because people out there, I have enough, right? You become that version of you. Oh my God. Hello, my love. Hello, hello, beautiful queens. Hello. Hello, my love. So when you're accessing these sovereign versions of you, you're able to access what your soul wanted to co-create with Shahakatara Kaishi. Arcturians are coming in. So let's do a little light language activation before we go deeper into this. Shahakanya kotra shikimi kiana kahekiatra shikini ketra kahatra tra shikiatra kaishi sharhakatra nara kaishi shi 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 shi. Whew. So I'm just going to invite you into your sovereign grid. I made a sovereign grid for the live and the experience, but now you get to choose. Do I want to be in my sovereign grid? So if you want to be in your sovereign grid right now, you can just say, I choose to activate my sovereign grid. So then you're in your sovereign grid. And let me give you one more example of this. I was recently at healing in Australia, and I had an experience where um, the grids were open. Everyone's grid, the whole grid was open, right? So no matter, whoever had events there, if they didn't clear the space, it was just open. It didn't feel like the room was dirty from old energy. It just feels like someone brought in some shit, right? And when there is not a grid in place for that, you can start feeling nasty collective energy. So during my experience, I literally stopped and I was like, oh, we have some shit to clear. Because one, I was in my grid, I was in my own sovereign grid, yes. But since I am the healer that I am, I didn't want anyone to walk away with attachments. So I stopped, I did some clearing, and then I went about my peace, right? And that's okay, because I wasn't doing any harm to anyone. I was just creating more of energetic space for people to freely purge and release. So when we come to, especially if you're a healer activator in this space, you want to know what it means to to co-create with your sovereign energy, to create sovereign grids for your clients, especially if you're doing any type of group work. You want to make sure that is so important, because there's so many people that will go to an event and then they'll walk away with more shit than they came to the event with, because the facilitator is not putting up those beautiful grids, right? um, and once again, throughout my years of doing this, I've experienced this multiple times, and this is why I know about this. So, sometimes we have these experiences so that we can actually not only prepare ourselves, but prepare ourselves when we actually teach this, right? So, Arcturians are coming through. If you have any questions so far on sovereignty, your sovereign self, feel free to just drop it in. But I'm just going to do a little channel. And the question that I'm going to answer is accessing your sovereign truth. So let's just hang out with the Arcturians for a little bit. And if you don't know what the Arcturians are a beautiful, divine, galactic soul star nation family. I am an Arcturian starseed, so I've come from Butes, the constellation of Butes, which within Butes is Arcturus. So Shahakatara Kaishi. So I have a lot of my soul gifts come from the Arcturian energy. Shonakai Mikianakai. Today, we invite you to begin the process of accessing your sovereign identity. Your sovereign identity is the key, shakanai, to unlock new avenues of your timelines and soul path here on earth. Shahani. We remind you, Shahakanakai, that you are a beautiful, divine, sovereign being of light. And when you know your highest level sovereign truth, and you choose to access it daily, there are more opportunities for you to receive. Shahaka nakaishi, wapapapatiki kanakata kai e o tu 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 tu. And as you access more of your sovereign truth, Shahaka you'll meet wealthier versions of yourself. You'll meet more loving versions of yourself. You'll meet versions of yourself that you did not even know existed. So today, we would like you to open up to experiencing your sovereign energy first and foremost. In this now moment, we are infusing the frequency of this video as well as this live experience with a sovereign co creative energy known as your soul blueprints. Every one of you that has opened the video or opened this live, you have now agreed on a soul level to begin accessing your infinite truth. So we start and invite you to start feeling your infinite frequency all around you. Your infinite frequency should feel more light. And you can also feel the magnetic field of your Shakatrakai, your sovereign frequency, if you are very connected and aligned to the energetics, or what the humans say, more sensitive to energy. You can feel the magnetic pull of your sovereign energy. And this magnetic pull is here to help you collapse time and co create with receiving on a higher divine capacity. So we will stop here. Shakaniki. So let's tune into your sovereign field and just kind of feel the energy. And when I started playing with this, what I noticed is my soul energy is very giggly. It's very happy. It's like me, but like times a million. It is just like it's just like cheerful and joyful. It's like really pure, unfiltered, like unconditional love. Sharakaishi. So let me know how your sovereign energy is feeling right now. Let me know what your mind is processing. Do you feel like, oh my God, I feel more confident? I feel more illuminated. I feel just, ready to take on the day. Or maybe your sovereign energy is also a healer, right? So if there's anything in your field right now that is contradicting your infinite truth, your sovereign energy is going in with your team and they're going, we got to clear this. We got to move this. We got to get this out. So your sovereign energy is also a beautiful co-creative experience of unifying this this co-creative intelligence with inside of you. Shahakatrakai. So safe, right? So think about this when you're co-creating with from your sovereign energy about money, you're like, oh yeah, I can easily receive that. Or you're calling in the new clients or the business or the love or the home. Like you feel so safe to have it all, right? Feeling grounded, love came to my exactly, because our sovereign frequency is the purest frequency of love. It's the purest frequency of manifestation. It's the purest frequency of, you know, just a reality that is so blissful. And I have been lucky enough to tap into the energies deeply, into the energy of love and oneness and bliss and euphoria. And a lot of these experiences happened when I was in Bali. But once I unlocked it in Bali, I was able to still access it here when I got back to America, no matter what the density was around me. I would go to these sound healings and I'm over here just like, because I'm just so enamored with my sovereign energy and sovereign frequency. And I just feel like the whole world is just, you know, my playground, right? And that's the beautiful frequency of co creating with your sovereign your sovereign self. Not only when you co create with your sovereign identity, your soul blueprints are so expansive, right? When if you have a if this is me and this is my sovereign self, and I'm looking at my sovereign self, and my sovereign self is like, you're meant to be successful. You're meant to be rich and wealthy. You're meant to be on stages. You're meant to write books. Like, when you start co-creating in your sovereign mind, everything starts to add up in more of a confident capacity of this is me. Why would I ever worry that I wasn't going to be successful or my business wasn't going to work or this book wasn't going to be great? No, because I came here to do this, right? I came here to experience a higher quality of life, not only for myself, but others. I came here to speak the infinite truth of God, of, beautiful galactic beings of light, of angels. I came here to do this. Why wouldn't I have an audience? Right? I came here to write books and channel information for people to thrive. Why wouldn't I have readers and buyers? Right? You get to a new level of co-creation with this unapologetic confidence inside of you that is magnetic not only to yourself but others, right? This is the power of co-creating with your sovereign energy. Also, if you do not know, um, starting November 15th, I do have a beautiful program called Sovereign Money Co-Creation. And it's not just about money, it's about the whole shift in your sovereign identity. So phase one is shifting you to your sovereign identity. That's phase one of the program. So if you haven't checked it out, make sure to check it out as well. Take a deep breath in. And let me know if you have any questions. Are there any questions coming up? Or, maybe you're like, Melissa, this is what I'm experiencing right now. And I would love a sovereign view from it, right? Because you can look at whatever's going on in your life, in your business, and you can bring a sovereign eye to it, right? And you can go, oh, I see it in a different perspective. So, yeah, if you have a question about something coming up in your life, your business, and you would like a sovereign view on it, then definitely drop it in the chat. And I think I'm gonna make this like a multi-part series because we already did a lot of juiciness. So I don't think I'm gonna make it too long because I y'all know I'd be going ham on the lives. So maybe I'll just make it a shorter process so it's easier for you to ingest as well. So once again, we started kind of talking about accessing your sovereign truth, the beauty of accessing your sovereign truth. Let me see, but let's go back to the question. I would love a sovereign view of my business. Ooh, book a session, honey. I'm like, book a session, honey. Yeah, because that can be really profound for you. Your business is it's shifting. It's shifting because there is a new level of your identity. So excited to come online. Um, and when we look at your business, when we look at you, you're two sovereign entities. You're your sovereign self, your business is its sovereign self. But obviously you came here to co-create together. So if you are holding a limited identity, then your business is holding a limited identity. If your business is like, I'm ready to blast through, to the next level, but you're like, no, I'm not that version. I'm not that identity. I'm not that girl, that queen. Then your business is like, okay, I'll stay down here with you. But the moment you take that next step, your business is like, I'll meet you exactly where you rise, right? So no, it's important for us to know that if we want our business to shift, we have to make sure that we are the identity of allowing our business to shift. It's so important. It's so important. So, my sovereign intake for you is check your limitations around your business, whether it be energetically, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially, right? Check your any limitations that you have around your business and clear those up for your business to rise. So let me give you an example. Um girl. I always tell this story because it's just me. In the beginning, my business, I was worried about people paying me because I was worried of taking money from them, which meant I was like, "Oh, but they could use this money for this and this and this and this." And the reason why my identity was like that was because in the beginning of my business, I was struggling, right? I was working 3 different jobs. I barely had money to invest in any type of mentorship. So I'm over here going, my money needs to go here, my money needs to go here, my money needs to go here. So when people are booking my calls, I'm viewing their experience through my experience. So my experience was literally limiting my business because I was worried about them not having enough money to provide for their family because that's something I was worried about. And I was placing that perspective on them. I wasn't thinking, oh my God, yes, they are ready to invest in themselves. They're ready to do the work. They're ready to grow with me. I could even process that because I had so much financial hardship going on. So that was that I was holding that identity, which was limiting my business. So then I started doing quantum healing. I started doing inner child work. I started, obviously learning quantum healing and light language. But before I started doing that, I was actively seeking healing for myself. And what I noticed was my whole business started to shift. My whole energy started to shift. I had more clients come to me. I had more money come to me because I had a lot of ancestral trauma around financial abundance and receiving money easily. I felt I had to work really hard for money, right? So anything that came easily to me was like, oh no, I can't have that. Right. So so that was my identity. So I would say the biggest sovereign view is just making sure that, whatever, wherever you want your business to rise, make sure that you're matching that identity as well. Once again, if you want to do work on this, I would definitely book a session with me because I can help you recreate your identity to match the new version of your business identity that you desire. So, and or if you want more of a structured, maybe if you feel like it's very financially um, in that area, then I would definitely jump into the sovereign money co-creation because we're going to go through the process of shifting your identity, which will shift your identity and shift the business identity as well. Shahakatarakahikiatrakaishi. So that's just a view. Let me know how that feels for you. That's just kind of like a little, a little, a little, a little tic tac in there. Yeah. So if anyone else would love a sovereign view of what's going on in their life, their business, just drop it down below. Hello, my loves coming in. Hello. Shahakatarakashi. And if you have the questions, feel free to drop them in. But I do want to bring this question back. And this is something that I wrote down today that I felt was so powerful. And yeah, there. Thank you. It hits hard. Yeah, I can feel the density. I can feel it. But this is the thing, out of dirt we plant, right? Out of the soil, we plant our food, we plant flowers, trees, growth, right? So even if it's hitting hard, even if feels dense, know that it's just a seed being planted for you to water it and bring light to it so that it can grow. And it's taking on a new identity of, okay, I just get to shift my identity. That's it. I get to shift my identity. As I shift my identity, my business is going to shift and it's going to be beautiful. And I'm going to do the work and I'm going to love doing the work because I'm going to meet a new version of myself, right? My ascension path has been so mentally draining at times. There have been points of my ascension process why I wanted to give up. So I'm, even though I am who I am and I'm a sunshine and I'm very happy, I go through the I've been through the rebirth state. I just came out of the rebirth state, okay? I just came out of it. And sometimes it feels really dense, feels really hard, but it's knowing that you are going to meet the other version of you and it's going to be so good. And it's even taking time to sit and thank all the aspects of you, all the experiences for you to get to this moment, right? And that's really, really profound. And then one more thing that I would love to say just around sovereignty is co-creating with the collective grids in the matrix. Your receiving grids shrink a lot. So the moment that you start co-creating with your sovereign intelligence, your receiving grids open up so much and you'll start making more money than you ever even thought you could make. And that's the beauty of also accessing your sovereign energy, your sovereign co-creation, your sovereign space. Okay, question. What does your sovereign identity have to offer you in this lifetime? So my my cat's climbing everywhere. Wherever you are, no matter if you're here live or watching the replay, I would just love you to ask yourself that question. And something else I would love if you're watching the replay or here live to drop something in. So let's ask that question again. What does your sovereign identity have to offer you in this lifetime? And just tune in and maybe get 2, 3 things that your sovereign identity is like, yeah, that multi-million dollar business, yeah, I got you. Or that love that the love that people say doesn't exist on this earth, yeah, I got you, right? Like, hello, my love, hello, beautiful soul. It's really understanding that we can take on a collective perception or we can create with our truest self, knowing that there's no limitations. We're just unlimited. We're just limitless, right? So tap into that question, think on it, journal on it as well if you want to get even deeper. So, what does your sovereign identity have to offer you in this beautiful divine lifetime? And if in this moment require support, the main things that I can support you with is I have my beautiful recoded remote quantum healing sessions. So when you book those, I send you a form and you tell me everything that you want to work through. And then I do a beautiful recording, and then you'll get the recording within about 72 hours. And y'all, those recordings are so powerful. I've had people, go from their 4 figures to 5 figures. I've had people, their whole life just shift because of these sessions. They just feel better. They feel, their business grows. These sessions are very transformative. So if you are seeking energetic support, then that's a beautiful way to do it. If you desire like one-to-one support live on Zoom, then I do have my quantum healing session. I have two spots open for November. So I would definitely book those if you want to get one. So those are the two ways that I could help you individually. And then if you want to do more of the collective experience, it would be joining Sovereign Money Co-Creation, which is a live experience as well. And we'll do a lot of sovereign identity work, sovereign money co-creation, sovereign expansion. And the beautiful thing is, it's not just money, it's everything. Because money is everything if you really think about it. Money is the water you're drinking, the car you're driving, the house you're living in, the business you know, when you're whatever you need for your business, it's money. If you need to book a place for an event, it's money, right? So it's understanding that expanding your money is expanding your co-creation in this life. And um, there is a different energy between the collective money and sovereign money. Your relationship with sovereign money is a different experience. Your relationship with sovereign money is more of a partnership. Your relationship with sovereign money is, I'm not worthy and deserving of money. I can't have your money. Sovereign money doesn't even co-create with that energy in your field. Sovereign money is, I'm here to support you. Where do you need me? Let's go. Right. But in order to co-create with sovereign money, it's co-creating with your sovereign self. And that's why phase one is co-creating with your sovereign self. So you can move into co-creating with sovereign money. Because if you move straight to co-creating with sovereign money, you're probably still creating with that old identity of, I'm not worthy of money, I'm not deserving of money, I can't have it. And we're moving out of that to the new earth. We're moving into the sovereign unity of, I'm always worthy, I'm always deserving, I am always who I am, right? I am always my infinite truth. It gets to be good because it gets to be good, right? I came here to be successful, to be honored, to be spoiled. This is who I fucking am, right? Like, so when you can come into that shifted reality, you'll start to perceive things completely different. When you launch a program or go out for an interview, you co-create with this new confidence. It's not a cocky confidence. It's a confidence that is you knowing, excuse my language, who the fuck you are here on earth, right? If you came here and you know your soul came here to share a message, then you're going to do it. You're going to be proud of it. You're going to freaking rock it, right? On the other end, if you came here with a message, but you're creating with a collective identity or a matrix identity, you're going to doubt yourself. Is the message going to be good? Are people going to listen? Are any of my programs going to sell? Should I even do this? Should I just go back to my 9 to 5? You're going to question yourself when you're not in your sovereign truth. When you're in your sovereign truth, you just fucking know. This is who I am. This is who I'm meant to be. God would not have given me these downloads, these contracts, if I was not supposed to be seen, be heard, be valued, right? So obviously it starts by valuing yourself and valuing your message and valuing who you are and being in complete love and honor with who you are as a divine being of light on this earth and being excited about sharing who you are and, you know, your process of what you've gone through in this life to inspire others to take the leap, right? I've had so many people that have inspired me to take the leap just because they took the leap. And I know that I've already inspired so many people to take the leap just because I took the leap. Like I literally have people that have never traveled out of the US before that meet me, that have met me so far in Bali and Costa Rica, just because they trusted that there's something bigger and they wanted to experience the bigger version of them. So when you can hold that frequency, you can not only transform yourself, but you can help other people transform so rapidly and beautifully. Yeah. So that's what I have for you. I'll have some more beautiful live experience talking about your sovereign um, shifts, identity, things of that sort. Or maybe just have like another question that you can kind of tap into. Um, but yes, we're going to do a little light language transmission of just accessing more of our sovereign truth. So if you would like to receive this transmission, you can just say yes out loud. And obviously, if you don't want to, you don't have to say yes. Shakanaya mutahanaya munaya ikia mo ikia niya kunaheya shunukunaheya kia niya. Okay. I love all of you. I hope you have a beautiful day, beautiful night. If there is something that you would love me to support you with, you feel my services can support you, but you need some more guidance, just feel free to DM me, send me a beautiful message on the Instagram, or leave me a comment on YouTube as well, because the video is going to go up there. And for any of you wondering where my podcast went, I did write an email about it. So my email list heard about it, Instagram heard about it. I did take my podcast down for a relaunch. So I'm still in the process of creating the podcast that I desire to speak to now. But when it comes, it's going to be good. So for now, I'm just going to be creating these beautiful messages on my social media platforms known as YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. So that's where you can find me and hang out with me. Um, that's it. I think that's it. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. The Arcturians want you to know that once you start accessing your sovereign infinite truth, you also have more access to your soul purpose. Um, A lot of people are here on this earth, they don't know their sole purpose because they're so outside of their sovereign truth. And the more you start accessing your sovereign truth, the more your purpose comes online. So for me, obviously, I was out of my sovereign truth for 30 plus years. And then around like 32, 33, I was like, yo, God, show me who I am. And once I started saying that, it opened me up to actually experience who I was because I was demanding it. Um, I was literally like, show me who the fuck I am with love because I'm over this life and I wanted a new branch of my life. So, yes. Also, if you do want to hang out with me in Bali, there are still spots for the Bali. It's in September 2025. There's still spots open if you want to hang out with me in Bali. Um, Let me see if there's anything else. Yeah, that's it. I think that's it. That is it. That is it. That's it. Okay. All right. I love you. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for tapping into your sovereign identity. And let me read the question one more time just in case you need it. And the question is, what does your sovereign identity have to offer you in this lifetime? Okay. Yes. Okay. All right. I love you. Feel free to share your answer with me, and you'll see me soon. Bye, my loves. Shakatanaki. Okay, beautiful. Shatarakaiki. And for beautiful divine YouTube, I'll leave all the information in the show notes. No, excuse me, in the comments down below. Um, That's what happens when you're on all the platforms. So I have my beautiful sovereign money co-creation that will be starting next week. And if you really want to co-create with this sovereign identity and you want to spice up your money life, just life in general, make sure you join that. It's going to be a divine union with your infinite truth, discovering more of who you are, discovering more of your soul blueprint, discovering more of your wealth and prosperity. So it's going to be a magical experience. And then also, when you join that program, you get access to about 20 to 30 plus hours of pre-recorded money magic, manifestation magic. You have videos all about tapping into your sovereign higher self, all the magic. There's a lot of magic in there. So there's that. And then the next thing that I want to say, if you want more of the one-to-one experience, I'll make sure I put down my one-to-one quantum healing session, which is a 90-minute experience, and we can kind of go through all the things that are coming up for you. Anything that you on the forefront are experiencing that would like some energetic support and shifting, we'll tap into that. And then obviously, being an intuitive, if there's anything else on like the soul level, sovereign higher self level, um to help bring to you to help advance your expansion in life, then I'll definitely I'll drop that link down below. And that's pretty much the same with my recorded remote session too. It's just one is live with me and then one's recorded. So and then, okay, one more. Last thing, if you are ready to become a quantum healer, if you're ready to, do what I do and you love what I do, I have a new beautiful academy opening. It's called Illuminated Light Academy, which mainly focuses on helping you channel, becoming a high level masterful channel, like myself, as well as a high level masterful quantum healer, like myself. And I say that because this is who I came here to be. Like, I'm not bullshitting around. I don't have to go, oh, I'm just a healer. No, I'm a masterful healer. That's who I came here to be. And I'm here to help other masterful healers activate their soul blueprint so that they can help other people rise and ascend and bring more unity and love and passion and joy and harmony and all the things to earth. That's who we are, right? So there's no reason for us to fucking play small. Excuse my language, but it's true. I am not playing small. I play small a lot of my life. So I'm done playing small. I don't do that anymore. It's not my vibe. What else I want to say to you? I love you. I adore you. Thank you for hanging out and being on the YouTube channel. If you feel like anyone in your friend group, family group, would benefit from listening to this, then make sure to send this over because we get to spread this video out so more people can access their sovereign truth. And it's so important because the more people that can actually identify with there's a sovereign version of me that I can co create with and live a better life, why freaking not? Right? Why freaking not? Okay. I believe that's all I have to say. The Arcturians love you. Thank you for hanging out with me. I love you. I love you. I love you. Bye, my loves. Ciao.